Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for joining our webinar today. My name is Hannah Flew and I'm a sales consultant at Enovation, Ireland's leading Moodle partner. Today we'll be discussing the release of Moodle 4.0 with our in-house expert, Deborah Quaidelo. Since 2015, Moodle 3 has gone through 11 releases, growing to over 300 million users worldwide. So at that scale, a new version of Moodle is a very exciting big deal. So join us on our journey to Moodle 4.
Hi everyone, my name is Sander Bangma. I am the head of Moodle LMS and I'm here to talk a little bit about the new Moodle 4.0 release. So Moodle 4 has many new enhancements. It really is a very exciting release and I'm very proud of the team and the community who've helped us build this amazing release. The main headline changes are around an improved user experience. So we've really focused on addressing the key pain points for our users. And within that, we focused on reimagining the navigation. The navigation around Moodle has completely changed to be quick, easy, and intuitive. For the teacher, it specifically also means that we've improved the process of creating courses, making it easier to create new courses, making it easier to move content around. We've really improved our drag and drop experience, and we've got a nice, very clean and clear new edit mode for when you're working on your courses. There's a lot of great new features in Moodle 4. There's too many to mention, really, but some of the key additional features next to user experience changes are around Moodle's question bank, for example, which is a great community project, making our question bank much more powerful. The ability to see question performance statistics really easily, the ability to add comments to questions, and a key feature, the ability to track versions of your different questions. So you can see performance of different questions in different quizzes. The other thing I want to mention is the introduction of the report builder. So this is a feature that came from Moodle Workplace and is now integrated in Moodle LMS. And it's a reporting engine that over time will allow us to make all the reporting consistent in Moodle using that report engine tool. So that's very exciting. And lastly, I should mention the integration of Big Blue Button. Now, for those of you who don't know, Big Blue Button is a video conferencing solution for education. And it's been a long-term certified integration for Moodle. So it's a plugin that we've been recommending. And now it's integrated with the Moodle core platform. So when you use Moodle out of the box, you have a video conferencing solution available. The other feature that I want to mention is perhaps not the most obvious one, but I think it's a really neat feature that teachers as well as students will love, and that's the ability for educators to notify their students when they've changed some of the content in the course. So they can tick a box to send out this notification when they're making changes, and the students will receive a notification either on their mobile phone or in their email. And it's a great way to draw the students back in and engage with the course. So indeed, Moodle 4 is the start of a new generation of Moodle, where we'll be focusing on improving the user experience primarily. So we'll be continuing down that path. In 4.0, we focused heavily on improving the navigation and improving the course experience. And we'll take that next step now. So we'll actually start diving into the Moodle activities and improving the user experience when you're inside of these activities, which are really the building blocks of the courses. So, where a lot of the learning happens. It was not easy to change the user experience of a product that's evolved over 20 years. So we're really pleased to have released Moodle 4. It's a real milestone for us.
Great to hear from Sander in Moodle headquarters there. So now Debbie and I are going to go over a few of the aspects of the brilliant new features 4.0 has to offer. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type them into the chat window and we'll address them during the Q&A at the end. So Deborah, we'll start with the Moodle team's #1 priority in this release. For the most obvious, the visual aspect, the overall UI and navigation seems to be much clearer. Could you go through some of these visual aspects and the layout for the audience and let us know what you think and how it will affect the UX?
Thank you. Yes, this version was hugely driven by the Moodle community as a whole. The feedback provided from the community was quite clear. Everyone loves the functionality and flexibility of Moodle, but there was a real need to improve the user experience for both learners and trainers alike. So that is exactly what they focused on.
So from a learner point of view, I was taking a look around the new dashboard layout and I'm finding it much clearer than it was before. I'm finding the separation of the My Courses and the action board really nice and much clearer. Could you go into that a little bit for us now, please, Debbie?
Yep, I love it. The new dashboard structure is great for learners. The main dashboard or action board can be set as the home page when a user logs in. So they can see all right away, they can see their timeline with the activities that are due. Right here. Meetings, online meetings, and trainers on their side can see any items that need grading. So we can see upcoming events right here and the calendar items right here. So a user can click the button directly and go straight to the activity that is required. So they are only one click away from where they need to be. Separately, we have the My Courses tab that show all of the courses that the current user is currently enrolled in. So with their percentage completion, you can see 100% here, 0, 50% here. So they can click on the required course and continue off where they left off.
That does look much clearer. I'm finding the visual styling has reduced the cognitive load and puts me at ease, much less fuss. There's less to take in, especially concerning the navigation. What do you think, Debbie? How will this impact users going forward?
The new navigation is great. They have taken the look and feel of the workplace course format with its collapsible topics, which can be expanded, and the users can focus on the topic that they are working on. At the top of the course page, we can see items of interest, participants, grades, so the users can see what stage they're at, competencies if you're using those. And on the left and right, you can see tabs here. So if we open the right-hand tab, we can see all the blocks that we have chosen to add in the course displayed there. And on the left-hand side, we can see the course index, which actually mirrors the main course page. So we can focus on a particular topic, expand, collapse as we choose, and we can access the item that we're currently working on easily. We can also see our course progress right here. So an exercise that has been failed, an exercise that we have completed, it's done. This navigation transfers over to the mobile app as well for a smooth user experience. The only difference in that is that either the navigation or the blocks tab can be opened at one time, which of course makes sense with the space available.
Now, from the teacher's experience, the new navigation makes things a lot easier for me, such as the beautiful colour-coded activity icons. Could you go over some of this for our audience, please, Debbie?
Yeah, the teacher or trainer user experience has really improved. Now, instead of searching for the turn editing on from the admin menu, there is a very handy edit mode toggle switch in the top right corner, and it's in this position on whatever page you are on the site. Now, that very handy course index, once edit mode is turned on, can be used to drag and drop items around, topics around the course, or move activities around. Very, very handy. So instead of having to scroll while we're dragging and dropping in the main course area, we can use this menu instead. So in that main course area, we can see each of the activities is in its own tile with activity completion settings displayed, and just below each of the sections we can see handy links to adding a topic or adding an activity or resource. So we don't have to add a topic at the very bottom of the course anymore. We can pop one in wherever we need it. So adding an activity or resource is much easier than before. If I click on here, we can see we've got some plugins added in, but otherwise the core Moodle items have been color coded, and so they're very easy to see what type of activity would be most appropriate. We have green for collaboration, we have pink for assessment, we have red for communication, and blue for content.
So now on to teacher tools. There's been some nice enhancements such as notifications for new content and some nice additions to assignments and quizzes. I think they're pretty cool. What do you think, Debbie?
Yes, those notifications are very handy. Rather than remembering to send out announcements about new content, The trainers can simply tick a box and a notification will be sent out to learners about their modifications, the new content available to them. And speaking of new content, assignments and quizzes have some new features. Assignments can now have instructions displayed. If we click into an assignment here, can now have instructions displayed once the user opens the assignment, and timers are available. So we have a time limit here. So all users can be issued with their tasks at the same time and must submit within a time limit. Minimum grades are also possible. So several big changes there. Oh, there we go. Must receive a passing grade. The quiz question banks, if we click back and find a quiz. So click into the quiz. Quiz question bank have seen a lot of improvements based on requests from several universities within the Moodle community. It's now possible to have version control. Take a look here at the question bank. So we can have version control. We can have a status of draft or ready, and we can add comments to questions. So great for collaboration between teachers creating their questions. Statistics are also displayed here, showing, for example, facility index and usage information, and these are used to generate an indicator of whether or not each question needs to be checked for improvement.
So how about the new integration of Big Blue Button? I'm really excited about this. Can you tell us some more?
Web conferencing has become very popular in recent years for obvious reason, and it will remain popular. Therefore, Moodle have included Big Blue Button as a core activity. It is a perfect tool for synchronous learning and can be used in conjunction with other activities and resources for blended learning. Personally, I like the structure of providing resources in advance of an online session and using a quiz, for example, afterwards to confirm understanding. These sessions can also be accessed via the user's dashboard through the calendar.
So Debbie, we've gotten a lot of information this morning. Is there any way you could sum things up for us really quickly?
I sure can. So, Moodle 4.0 in 40 seconds. Well, it looks better with an uncluttered modern look that users can customize. There's a collapsible index for navigation, and of course there's the dashboard. There's quicker editing with the drag and drop feature in that navigation menu. The improved reporting is sure to be a favourite. Question versioning is really powerful. The new app ensures consistent experience from desktop to app. There's timed assignments now, so that will come in very handy. Big Blue Button will be great for blended learning. Accessibility improvements will improve content quality. And the content change notifications are also a welcome addition. And of course, there'll be more to come in 4.1, the long-term support version.
We spoke with one of our clients, WIT, to see what they're excited about in Moodle 4.0.
Hi, this is Cathal O'Riordan, and I work with the Centre for Technology Enhanced Learning in Waterford Institute of Technology, soon to be the South East Technological University with IT Carlow. Moodle has been a core part of the student experience in WIT for over a decade now, and there's great excitement about the 4.0 release. The most striking thing about Moodle 4 are all the usability changes that have been introduced into the product. I really like how the dashboard and My Courses areas have been split out into discrete sections. The introduction of the new icon set to represent the activity types is also a really nice touch. WIT are currently planning an upgrade with Enovation to Moodle 4 over the summer period in preparation for the new academic year. I'm looking forward to exploring more of the new features and getting more hands-on experience with the product. I think there really is something for everyone in this release, both learners and educators.
Our first question is about LTS. Do we need to wait for 4.1?
Well, each client will make their own decision about the right timing. Based on the great new features, we would think joining the new generation of Moodle sooner rather than later would be preferable. Enovation will guide you through the upgrade process, of course, and it gets you the benefit sooner and guards against any potential delays in 4.1. And of course, it will make it much easier and smoother a transition when you do upgrade to 4.1.
Fantastic. So how does this impact other Moodle products? Does the move over Port Builder mean Moodle Workplace is going away?
Oh, absolutely not. As Moodle Workplace is based on Moodle, it will also benefit from the great Moodle 4.0 user experience updates, but of course, Workplace also has its unique multi-tenancy features and other corporate targeted enhancements like dynamic rules. So we expect Workplace to go from strength to strength.
Great. We have just had another question come in. Can you tell us what's coming in 4.1?
Well, we already know that 4.1 is going to be the LTS or long-term support version, but in terms of new features, the focus on user experience is going to flow through into more of the activities. There's a range of improvements in the gradebook and database activity, for example.
Great.